Hey guys, Tony the Suicide Assassin. Today we're starting a little bit early because this cigar is super long, like super long. Okay, I know it might not seem to be the best fit when I didn't tell you guys it's gonna be that early, but this cigar is long. All right, let's just grab a cigar as a comparison. Okay, this is the old Filthy Viking Churbusto. Look, it's missing a whole chunk. That's how long it is. Okay, literally I just smoked the entire thing, right? So I'll give it, you know, here's like a Toro. See, even the Toro size is missing a chunk. Yeah, it's a very long cigar, very long cigar. Okay, so what we're smoking today is called the Davidoff 10th year anniversary Ginza. Right, and when you use the name Ginza, I have to smoke it. I have to. You know, can you imagine like the egg roll be like this short? That's it. That's egg roll. So it's like 2 egg roll, if not longer. All right. So, as any vault collection usually is, basically they all came with a very disappointed box. This is paper box, right? Paper box. So now the chat box is not showing again, so let's reset that chat box again. There we go. Once we reset it, it's working now. Okay, cool. Yeah. It's very expensive, $39 each, and you had to buy a box of 10. So yeah, paper box, disappointed, but that's with every vault collection. Seems like every vault collection they just put it in the bag and just call it a day. You know, it's always disappointing. Now, this thing came with the bigger box that looks like this. All right, this is basically the vault collection logo, and it's just a paper box with a seal, the name written in the bottom, says Davidoff Ginza, Solomon's 2019. And then it was signatures is Nicole Z. Okay, so this is how it comes off. It's literally just a regular paper box. I put a Bovita pack in there because it's 9 more in there, so I had to figure it out. Somebody take care of cigar in a jar, guy, please. All right, so we're getting started. I'm gonna light it up. I'm gonna smoke it. I'm gonna go with my Suspera today. Need sugar, of course, and of course I have energy drink right next to me. I have water, just in case the cigar is extreme. Okay, just in case the cigar is extreme. I put the fan closer to me today. I hope that's not too noisy. So I'll turn the music just tap a little bit, just a little bit more music today, so that you can barely hear the fan. Okay, so yeah, we say hi to everybody. We have obviously Jared, we have John Stogie, we have Matt, we have Martina Maya, and we have Fernando. Right, we have Fernando, and hopefully more people will join us. It is Saturday, so cool. Yeah, take care of it, Martin. Let's get it done. All right, let's get it done. So let's get it started. So it's like a tray type of box. Well, you know, having a box is still better than no box, I guess. So, I mean, props to have a box, but, you know, $39 a cigar. You would think that they use, like, a wood box for this. $39 a cigar. So, the music's a little sad. Let's do a happier music. There we go. So, $39 a cigar. You know, they call this shape Solomon, but as far as I know, Solomon is it kind of tapers open out like here and then go down a little bit. This one not so much. Only the little tip that has a little bit of tapering. Like not, you know, if you smoke the Plasencia Alma Fuente, you will know what I'm talking about. It kind of comes out and goes back in. This one doesn't. This one just kind of tapers here, and that's pretty much it. You know. If this cigar was in a wood box, I will buy more of these just to collect, but it wasn't. So I just bought the minimum I can buy, which is 10. 10. Alright? The cap, it is triple cap. The thickness is about under a Toro, I think. Under a Toro. But what I can do is pull up the spec sheet and give you guys an actual number, and we'll see if it matches. The spec sheet. Spec sheet. All right, here it goes. This is 8¼ by 50 ring gauge. 8¼ by 50 ring gauge. That's pretty big, okay? The wrapper is Habano Ecuador. Binder is Habano Ecuador. Filler is Piloto Seco and San Vicente Seco, Olor Seco. They are from DR. So it's hybrids. So their hybrids are in there. And let's see how they taste like. Oh yeah, everything is just spiffy. I don't know if anybody still uses the word spiffy, but yeah, my generation will use the word spiffy. Alright, let's cut and light. Now the draw is a bit, there's a little bit of resistant, but I think it's because it's tapered down here, right? Dry draw is very cedary and coffee. It has this really raw cocoa taste, like a almost sweet. Yeah, almost sweet cocoa, almost. Oh, and then pepper. Pepper is coming through. Pepper. I don't know if I have enough gas in this one. Let's see. I mean, butane. Okay, this will take a while. That's why I had to start early, because I don't know how long this is gonna take me, and I don't want to go too fast. I'm afraid to get sick, right? Right after the show. So I'm gonna take it easy on this one. Take it easy on this one. Very light and pleasant woodsy note. Almost mocha cocoa chocolate taste. And a little bit pepper. Not a lot. It's like not crazily noticeable. This thing is longer than my ashtray. Look at this. I don't even know how they're gonna lend this. I had to hold it. This thing is longer than the ashtray. But yes. How is everyone today? My day started at 7:20 today, 7:20 a.m. Pretty much just go out and do stuff, get things done. Took my dog to the vet. My dog is getting old, and it starts to see signs of getting old, arthritis, like skin tag, not skin tag, things that's growing, and obviously the eyesight is not as good. So, I kind of feel sad to know that, but at the same time, the doctor's other than that, it's healthy. I was okay, yeah, that's healthy, duh. So yeah, that's what we did today. Went out, we went to get extra food. Today is one of those days. I went out and just go to town, buying all the canned food, all the instant rice and all that stuff. Because just in case they say, you know what, all of you guys have to be at home for 2-3 weeks or even 30 days, I want to be ready for that. So I bought a lot of water, those gigantic jug waters, 2.5 liter waters. And about single jug 1 liter waters. I didn't buy the bottled water because there's no point. I mean, if you want to storage, you want to be able to store them with the least amount of containers, right? Because you can have containers at home. The only thing that I'm worried in the house is electricity, right? Because everything else is still running. Gas line still runs. Water is still run. We have water filter if we run out of water. Majority of things can be cooked with water, with hot water, and we can boil water, then we'll have food, right? And if not, we can start a fire in the background. Awesome, awesome. I'm glad you liked it. Cogs and Sprocket. I didn't even see you last time. Did I see you last time? But yeah, that was a great smoke. Surprisingly great smoke for the price. I was pretty amazed that. But you know, I was expecting to trash them. Like I was expecting to say this thing not as good as the normal Camacho. You know, should have bought Camacho. You know, I was expecting to do that. But when I smoked it, I was like, wow, it's actually pretty good. What? So yeah, I'm glad you got it. Enjoy them. For that price, it could be daily cigars. So the smoke production on this it's not bad. It climbs like as usual, and it burns okay. It just didn't burn as hot as I thought it would be, like as fast as I would be. It's actually because that little resistance made me worry how much nicotine I'm actually taking in per drop, because you gotta see the smoke go through all this. You're taking in all this thing that might have nicotine, hits it up and bring it all the way to your mouth. And that distance might have cooled down the smoke by the time you get to your mouth. So it's actually almost feel like not substantial. But I can tell that there's a lot of nicotine going through because of going that. Hey, Joe. I taste beef jerky. Just a tad. Maybe it's the beef jerky spice, but it tastes almost like beef jerky. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. But I started early today for that reason. If I get to this point right here, then I'm happy. Alright? Even this band, I think I'm good. So we will see. We'll see. Hopefully it doesn't take too crazy amount of time to smoke this thing. This thing does look like an entire dinner party cigar. Like you just need one of these. You'll go through the entire dinner party. In terms of the leaf itself, it actually looks really good. A nicely picked out leaf. It's very like dark cocoa, almost oily wrapper. I actually like this like presentation. It's not too raw. Not like the Cameroon raw. You know, it's just in between. A very nice oily shines. Not too many veins. I mean, there are like small veins, obviously, but you can't really see it. So, dinner party of beef jerky. Yeah, this is a kick-ass cigar, man. I can't imagine people in Ginza smoke this though, because Ginza is the richest town in Tokyo. Well, aside from Roppongi. Roppongi actually ended up more developed later on. Roppongi is more like the rodeo in California. But Ginza, I have no idea. Maybe they have. I mean, maybe. Let me see if they say anything about it. But Ginza is where they used to print money. Ginza is where they used to print money, okay? It didn't say anything about how long it's been kept. It was originally released at 2010, and they stopped releasing it. So, I guess they do have these tobacco waiting for that long. So yeah. Ginza is where they print money. And all the rich people go to Ginza for shopping, for, you know, at nighttime Ginza feel like almost like a red light district, but classy red light district, okay? Right? Those like high-end nightclubs opens in Ginza middle of the night. So you can see the shifting. Like, you know, once it goes over like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock p.m., people dress up, rich men start to go there and pick up their expensive escort, and basically they enjoy the night. That's where rich people go. In Ginza, you can pretty much find anything. If you have money, you find anything. So Ginza is one of those places where you can imagine a guy smoke one of these cigars. Even if you don't finish it, toss it to the side, don't give a shit, that kind of thing. You know, so I haven't picked out my cigar for the night. Well, if you picked out your cigar for the night and you're smoking it right now, let me know why you're smoking too. Just so at least I know I'm not smoking alone, right? So yeah, Ginza, rich people in the night. During the day, it's like a shopping thing. Every mall is like there. The Mitsukoshi malls, the famous malls are all there. Takashimaya, those big 10, 12, 15 floor malls are over there. And that's really where you buy stuff. Davidoff is over there. Casa de Habano is actually just like a couple town away. Not even that far away. What is the price point on that? This is $39 each. However, you had to buy it in the bundle of 10. So $390 before tax. Alright. So you have to buy them in a box. Like the box I showed you guys earlier. I think eventually if they couldn't sell out, they will sell singles. But this is how they come. Like in one box and sealed. So they don't want to break it apart because they want people to buy these as a collection so that you actually have more. Like they expect you to keep these. So literally the store I bought it from, they were like, if you need more, let me know because they're running out fast. But then I'll hold your box, that kind of stuff. I was like, no thanks, I gotta buy less this year. All right. Let's see. Approved. So that's taken care of. So yeah, this thing, it does look like one of those big guy, rich man cigar, and you know, you won't feel like you're undercompensating. You're overcompensating for something if you're smoking something like this. You know, it will last you the entire night, plus some cognac, plus some money and woman. Yeah, I can totally imagine people in suit, big guys, you know. I have to pay for my daughter's wedding in July somehow. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely not one of those cigars that you want to pick up for no reason. I pick it up because it has Ginza on it, and that's part of my heritage. So, you know, I say, oh, you know, Japan, part of my heritage, I'll buy something. Anything with a Japanese name, I probably end up buying it because just for the heck of it. And Ginza is one place I go all the time. So, you know, every time I go to Japan, where I meet clients, where I talk to my clients, are usually in Ginza. Alright, Ginza's got those shops and coffee places and meeting rooms and business places. Near Ginza, there is Roppongi. Between Roppongi, there's Toranomon. That area is all businessy. Alright, that's where all the business go down. So this, you know, I figure if they want to release something to commemorate like 10-year anniversary in Ginza, I decide to buy them. In fact, I'll probably bring a few of them with me to Japan next time I meet my client and just say, hey, did you guys see these? And then let them smoke that and they will feel good. I think. Hopefully they would. Because this is some serious cigar. This doesn't look like a joking cigar. You know, this is like once you pour it out, like you're like, I don't want to smoke today. You know, it's almost like drawing your sword. You know. But the box is disappointing. You know? If this is an actual wooden box, it will make so much sense. It will make so much sense. Because you have cigar that's lower price point than this to be, you know, wooden boxed, right? There's plenty of cigar that's lower price point than this that's wooden boxed. So for them to just like white and gold lining in there and then, yeah. Come on, if you want people to collect as a vault, you know, something you put in the vault, you give them better decoration. So we have 7 people here. No one is telling me what they're smoking. Come on, I better know some. You know, you guys gotta be smoking something. Something. It's 8:55. It's almost 9 o'clock, right? It's actually almost like a dessert cigar in the beginning. It's chocolatey, it's woodsy, a little bit peppered. It's so little. You can feel the tingling, but it's not like, oh, I can tell that's that. It's just like, it's got to a point where, do I taste pepper or is that burning? You know, I can't tell. I think it's pepper. Alright, so I gotta slow down this because it feels like it's so easy to smoke more because it's kind of sweet, kind of chocolate taste and stuff like that. By the way, JD Kiddo, we're meeting next weekend. I hope you can come out. I think next Saturday or Sunday. We'll try to figure out which day. But next weekend we're going out to hang out. So, like the draw has this weird resistance that I almost feel like I'm not drawing anything. And it's really soft right now. Look at this. This is really soft. It's spongy right now because so much hot air traveling through it. It actually softened the cigar because it's so long. And it's burning just right. I mean, it just feels that there's some sort of weird resistance. So we don't know yet. We're gonna talk about it in the chat room. So we're gonna figure out who can come, who cannot, and all that stuff. But it's for next weekend. So. Yeah, it's got this little bit salty taste to it. So I think that's what kind of remind me of beef jerky a little bit. That salty, hickory-ish flavor. Seen this? And that woodsy aftertone is sweet almost. It's really sweet but it's not the chemical sweet. It's like a natural sweet. So. And I also saw Joseph bought the Cigar Dojo Alec Bradley Uru Doshi. And yeah, that looks interesting. Let me know, Joseph, how that tastes like because I'm actually very interested in it. But I don't even know how you get bought this. Like the dojo is. Cigar Dojo, I know they're a group, but are they actually a vendor or something like that? Because they partner up with a lot of people. Gotta fit the kids. AJ Fernandez blend called Empress of Cuba. Is there even an Empress of Cuba? Because Cuba don't have emperor. So how can they have Empress? Travis, what's going on, man? Awesome, Joe. Thanks. I'm gonna have problem to even send this to anybody because this thing is bigger than the envelope. This thing is bigger than the envelope. This thing is bigger than my cigar carrying bag. See that? This thing's bigger than my cigar carrying bag. I can't even carry this like that. This is one of those things you sit down and buy one and smoke. This is huge. This is huge. That much longer than my phone. That much longer than my phone. Holy cow. Butane, maybe? It's longer than my butane can. Longer than a bottle of water. This is crazy. Let's see, what else can I compare just to see how long that really is? Longer than the pipe. That's crazy long. You know, some of these cigars, like I can usually smoke cigar without thinking about it or worry about it, but something like this makes me like, can I really finish this? Am I gonna get sick smoking this? You know, that this is one of the things I have to be really careful for. I need to talk more than I smoke it. Talk more than I smoke it. So let's see. A lot of people are smoking other stuff. What time is it? 2 hours ago. That's an Epicure 1. Oh yeah, so one of the big thing we're talking about in Cigar Aficionado news was the 2.6 million Cohiba Humidor That looks like, I don't know what that's supposed to look like. That looks like a coffin almost. I'm early. Chapin, I'm early. What did they post? So, I'm early. Like I said, this cigar is that long. I can't finish it if I don't start it early. So I don't know how long this is gonna take. It has this really light, cedary, soft cedary taste to it, and then it kind of converts to a cocoa mocha taste, and then it finished with a little tingly sensation. So it's like I would say that's a very desserty cigar, but you know, knowing that how much nicotine is going through this, I'll be worried. I'll be worried. You definitely gotta have a lot of sugar to do this. But yeah, I don't know what makes it $2.6 million cigar humidor, other than the fact that was, I think, auctioned, right? It has to be auctioned because it says sold for record 2.4 million or 2.6 million. So it has to be auctioned. But that humidor just looked like one cabinet. I really don't see why it's $2.6 million. Even if you fill the entire thing with 550 Cuban Cohiba cigars, it's still not $2.6 million. $2.6 million, I feel like I can make it 20 times, fill up with 2,000 cigars each one of them, and buy a couple houses and a yacht, and I still have leftovers. I don't get it. Right? 2.6 million doesn't make sense. Yeah, the book, it kind of makes sense, right? The book, but I don't know how much the book. Did anybody know how much the book sell for? That looks much better because, like, you know, you record your journey of cigars in the book and all that stuff. It makes sense, but like $2.6 million, I think even 100,000 is too much. I mean, there's something like that. I would say, you know, $10,000-$15,000 would be something that's, I would say, fair value. Nothing is only one in the world, man. You take this picture and go to China, they'll make exactly whatever wood you want. You can probably buy Cuba for 2.6 million. Right? That's crazy amount of money for a humidor. I'm pretty sure the material alone does not cost 2.6 million. It may be at most $15,000-$16,000. Alright? Solid wood. And then even if you put the most sophisticated lock and the safe in there, it'll still not cost more than that. I think. Because that's some serious amount. I mean, it only fits 550 Cuban cigars in there. That's not that much room, right? 550 cigars are not that much in terms of thing that size. It looks like as tall as the end chair. So it's gotta be at least like 4 or 5 feet tall. So. You know, that's a good question. Why don't I look it up? 2.6 million Cohiba humidor. Alright, let's see if I can get more picture out of this. Well, obviously, by a Chinese guy, the bid made by Li Ted from China. Bought the cheer from crowd from more than 1,200 cigar smokers, pushed the total raise the night to 4.3 euros. So 4.7 million. What? What does that mean? Did he bet by both? For the 5-foot tall cabinet humidor. I guess the guy bought both? Because he ended up paying 4.7 million. He said, I've never seen anything like it. You have never seen a cabinet custom made? You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. The humidor, one of the 6 lots auction Friday night was made in Cuba by the Union Humidor Group. Is packed with cohibas, all shapes and sizes. The drawer both sides of the humidor are filled with 550 cigars, include several rarity as 40 cohiba bohiques. 40 cohiba bohique probably cost what, $4,000? Come on. 20 Esplendos and 30 Majestos. Okay, that still doesn't. 50 Talisman. I buy Talisman for about $150 ish in Japan. It's still not cost that much, man. 50 Sublime Extra, 50 Pyramids, 20 Grand Coronas, 20 Robusto Especiales, 20 Robusto Supremos, 20 Cohiba 1966, and 50 Novadoso. Still not $2.4 million, $2.6 million. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. And you went to Chinese news. I just found one Chinese news. They'll raise money for what though? The chase had decade work for hunters, blah blah blah. The didn't say anything. Oh, the proceeds auction go to help pay for Cuba's universal health system, healthcare system. Cuba's universal healthcare system, really, really. I don't think that Cubans are in that good of a health, even with the universal. That doesn't make sense. That does not make sense. All right. Yeah, if I had 4.7 million, I would build a walking humidor, 2,000 square feet lounge in my house, and you still have 4 million to spend and more. I think you'll have more than that. You'll still have, you'll still probably have to buy 2 more mansions on top of that. Then yeah, maybe you still have 4 more million to spend. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's purely someone trying to show off the amount of money they have in that case, because is, you know, do you honestly think that there is a merit to raise money for Cuba's universal health system, healthcare system? Like I don't think there's a merit to it. I think the healthcare in Cuba does not pay shit, and that's being honest. Alright, that's being honest. I don't really think they pay shit. That $4 million is going to someone's pocket. I can tell you that. It doesn't cost that much to get all those done. Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't. That $4 million is going to someone's pocket. It's not going to the universal system. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. That's ridiculous. Alright, so I see the welcome post. Now, cigar in a jar. You gotta know that that post is gonna be the first post to kill your battery. Alright, everybody's gotta get one of those welcome posts that kill their battery, and that's one of them. I agree, some Cubans are good, but there's tons of others that are way better. You know, the member that left the group today, he literally says, oh yeah, I don't think I'm contributing to group because all I smoke is Cubans. And so he's not active. And that's what he said. Well, and I just basically tell him it's courtesy to just let somebody know that you don't feel like you're contributing, you're not doing anything, the group doesn't do you any good because all you smoke is Cuban. So you don't feel like you fit in and all that stuff. You know. Here's in all honesty, if all you smoke is Cuban, I am sorry for you. Alright, if all you can smoke is Cuban, I am very sorry for you. Alright, that's like just saying that all I'm gonna eat is salad. Alright, where there's beef, chicken, pork, everything else that you can eat in the world, but all you gotta eat is salad. I am sorry for you. Okay, cigar is that. It's exploration. It's a passage to learn stuff. You know, it's like eating, right? You want to find all the different tastes, all the different combination, all the different things about cigars by smoking them. So if all you gotta smoke is Cubans, which has been pretty much the same standard catalog for years, many years, it's the same catalog all the time. They rarely come up with new stuff, right? And you think that that's got all you gotta do, then I'm sorry for you, okay? don't be that guy that says, "Oh, I gotta smoke is Cuban because I think Cuban's cool, and I'm gonna smoke is Cuban." Don't be that guy, because there's so many things to explore. Right? Don't knock them until you try them, and it's very important. If you just give up on smoking any other cigar because simply they're not Cuban, you're missing out. You're missing out. Like, that's like saying that I will not eat any hamburger other than McDonald's hamburger. You're missing out. I will not eat any tacos other than Taco Bell. Oh my God, you're missing out, right? Like, if you're that guy that says I will not eat any taco other than Taco Bell, get the hell out of here now. Leave, all right? Leave right now. If you say I will not eat any Taco Bell, any taco other than Taco Bell, get out, because Taco Bell is not taco. But yeah, you want to try everything, all right? Now, for those people that never had Cuban before, we'll try to do an initiative to kind of help people to be able to try some Cubans, because it's not that crazy. It's just killing a unicorn. Once you killed it, you never want to see it again, right? Once you're that lady that saw the unicorn, it's nothing but a horny horse, then yeah, you'll never want to see it again. So I think that, if all you want is to smoke is Cuban cigars, and because of that, you might be a stuck-up. You might be a show-off. Like, I really think so, because you are excluding all the other beautiful cigars and beautiful flavors and good cigars that you never tried before, only because you say, "All I want to smoke is Cuba cigars." So that doesn't make sense. And not my fault, man. Not my fault. Matt, if right now you go smoke some pulled pork, nice pulled pork, and marinate your salsa with some red onions and stuff like that, might not be too late. But yeah, I only smoke cigar with 100% tobacco. Isn't that all cigars? Isn't that all cigars? But yeah, don't be one of those guys that says I will not smoke a certain cigar because it's not made in Cuba, or what be that person say? It doesn't have to be Cuba. It's like, I will only smoke Nicaraguan cigars. What the hell is wrong with you? Right? I would only smoke DR cigars. What? Right? You don't want to do that. You want to. There's so many possibility there. There's so many flavor out there that you might not even know exist. I can tell you, a lot of you don't even know what plum tastes like until you try those Chinese cigars, right? Like, come on. If you don't try it, you wouldn't know, right? I mean, all cigar looks the same, one exclusive. Well, I can understand some like people say, I am not eating a blue because the way it looks. Okay, fine. I give you that, okay? Some people cannot handle the look of it. They want to barf just looking at it, right? That makes sense. But cigar, they all look the same. They all look the same, right? Leaf, wrap, over leaf, again over leaf, and then tape with leaf. All right, that's cigar. They all look the same. Why exclude them? You might like certain cigar more than the other, but you wouldn't have liked that cigar had you not tried it, right? So you gotta try all of them, and maybe you'll find something that you like. Just like one of the guy up there that said that if he never tried the Scorpion Fumas, he wouldn't have bought it. He wouldn't have known that was good, right? A lot of members, if you never tried Casa Cuevas, you wouldn't have known that's actually pretty good cigar, right? You gotta try them. You gotta try them, and you only smoke good Casa cigar. Get out. You only smoke good Casa cigar. Get out. That's even worse than only smoke Cuban cigars. Get out. Try to look for things that triggers. It doesn't make sense. This hobby is all about trying. It's like, imagine if my toy collection hobby, I only collect one specific model and nothing else. The whole hobby would be boring, right? Imagine you say I only want one lighter and nothing else. I will not use any other lighter other than this one. Like, why you put that kind of restriction on yourself? Right? Why will you put that restriction on yourself? Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Enjoy the cigar. Doesn't matter where it is. Doesn't matter where it came from. So long as good cigar is good cigar. It doesn't matter where it's from, right? It's good person is good person. Doesn't matter what nationality they're from. You know, there's no point to choose. I have access to all those Cuban cigars whenever I travel. It does not one time attract me as much as all the other cigars that I like. So, in fact, Cuban cigars is the one that I feel the least desire to buy because they're so expensive, especially in Asia. They're so expensive, and the same amount of money I can try other stuff. It just that makes me don't want to buy them because they're the same and they're always gotta be there, right? They always gotta be there. It's the same catalog for a long time, all right? When's the last time you see them announce new things? They might announce new sizes, but the blends are pretty much the same. Alright? And in fact, they didn't even announce new stuff. They decreased the stuff. They actually reduced the catalog. Majority of the Cuban cigar company has reduced their catalog because it's like some sizes is just not popular or whatever. They cannot pump out fast enough. So I almost get it down to the regular cigar size. Almost there. Almost there. Ooh. That's 45 minutes. 45 minutes in. Holy cow. Hey, Sherry! So yeah, I mean, when it comes to cigars, enjoy the cigar. Don't discriminate against cigars. Now there are cigars that you're not gonna like. Sure, don't smoke that. But don't be like I only smoke everything else because that's from a specific country. That doesn't make sense. I wonder if there's any Cuban cigar that actually uses leaf from the Nicaraguan or Dominican Republic. I wonder. There might be. There might be. So, there might be. Let's see. Continue to go down the list. EP Carrera Reserva. Monkey hitting a pig butt. Somebody's trying to do, okay. 2 words, okay, no. Let's see. Oh yeah. I figure since we got a lot of time, let's do a little update about coronavirus. Now they're saying that coronavirus, even if you're cured, it's like dead. Okay, so they basically interview the person that's like one of the few first one to be recovered. And apparently this guy says he's suffering every single day because his lung has been fiberized and literally he cannot get enough oxygen to survive. He always feel like he's stuffy. He cannot have enough oxygen. He cannot. They ask him, can you run? Can you run? Do you get tired when you run? He's like, run, I can barely stand. So they asked him to get up and jump. He jumped for 1 centimeter. That's how much he jumped. That's it. And he was like almost like asthma attack. He couldn't have enough air. So yeah, that's something to watch out for if you do end up getting, which I think is the chance of getting coronavirus is less than hitting a lottery. You probably hit lottery before you get coronavirus. Okay, now if you do get it, I don't know, get treatment, I guess. I mean, there's only news about that guy, one guy. But remember we read the news about the British guy that cured from drinking whiskey and honey? That guy didn't say anything about, like, how he was suffering. He didn't say anything that he's suffering right now. So I don't know. The contradiction of the information go everywhere. Now there is a study saying that coronavirus must came from America and mutated in America because there was like 5-strain family of coronavirus and somehow they made it in certain places. And China has the strain of C or B, but America has A through E, and then it's because of that it must came from America. There's a lot of people that come to America, so we are going to get A through E. All right, that's normal. That is normal, right? If you go to China for any reason, it's either for business or for visiting your family member. It's not like America. Everybody comes to America. So just by saying that, because America has strain A through E, which we have common flu so often, we're gonna have those. They said that because because strain A and strain C got together, made a new strain. Strain B and strain D got together, made a new strain, and then they got together, make a new strain. That's what creates the Wuhan virus. Get out of here. Get out of here. That doesn't make sense. If America is the first place that has coronavirus, the entire America would have had by now. You know how fast Wuhan has spread their virus? It should be a sign of how fast it has spread it in US, because US does not have a habit of wearing masks. Okay? US does not have a good habit of disease control. I can tell you that for sure. Whiskey and honey cures depression. It doesn't make sense. Because American people don't cover our mouth. Sometimes when you cough, you might do this, but you might do this, and sometimes just go, oh yeah, that's it. Imagine if something that's like that in America. Flu spread so fast because nobody gave a shit about it, right? Nobody give a shit about it. No one give a shit about it, so that even if you have a flu vaccine for Wuhan virus, still nobody will give a shit about it. I really think so. Because nobody believes in flu shots. In majority of America don't believe in flu shots. You can get a flu shot next season, you have to get it again because the strains are different. So nobody believes in flu shot because that's kind of gamble. So when you have, say, Wuhan virus vaccines, people is gonna go, that's just for this season, I'm not getting it. No one's gonna get it. No one's gonna end up doing it. Especially now they're saying that some people who are cured are getting it again. Some people that are cured are getting it again. Now, that's medically impossible. You cannot get the same virus twice. Right? That's medically impossible. So the first time might not even be Wuhan virus. The first time it's gotta be regular flu, and then he getting treated for Wuhan virus, and then he got Wuhan virus. Some stupid. Flu shots are like 10 to 40% effective. Condoms are more effective. Well, yeah, unless you gotta walk around with the condom on your face. I said flu shot. That's 40% is actually not that bad. They release 2 strains a year, all right, out of 5. That's why it's 40%. All right, this is why it's 40% effective, because you're only getting 2 strain out of the 5 strain, so 40%. So it's gambling, it's gambling. But it doesn't make sense to. If you are pregnant or you are old that tend to have pneumonia, then it 40% protection is better than no protection. But normal people who are healthy and don't have chronic disease, we don't care. Flu means I get to stay home for a few days. Usually that's the case. Kids, flu, I got a flu, mommy, I'm gonna take a sick day. No. Okay? Nobody care about flu nowadays. I never got the shot and I stay healthy. Well, see, Jared, I'd like to tell you this, okay? Medically speaking, if you don't get sick, that means you have a horrible immune system. If people don't get sick, that means they have a horrible immune system. What does that mean? Bacteria and virus are everywhere in the air. That's just the way it is, okay? Getting sick means your body is responding to the virus. Your body responds to it. Similar to allergies. All right, similar to allergy. Your body responds to it by making you feel sick. All right, just because you don't feel sick at all does not mean you're not sick. Your body still battles it. But if you don't ever get sick, that means your body rarely reacts to any virus. All right, that means your body does not actually react to viruses or even minor viruses. It doesn't react to it. It actually means that your immune system is not that good. It doesn't want to react to it. People who are sick all the time or have some serious allergies, those people have overactive immune system because they react to things that might not even be harmful. All right, it means people might not even be. People are reacting to things like pollen. It's not harmful, but your body's like, oh, virus, let's attack. That's an overactive immune system. So most people who doesn't get sick actually have lower immune system than a normal immune system. Normal immune system means you probably get sick once or twice a year. That's actually pretty normal. You don't know you're sick is different than you are not sick. Don't know you're sick is not the same as you're not sick. Okay, it could potentially damage your organs slowly and you don't even know. All right, Chinese has the saying that stupid never get sick, and that's not to insult anybody. Stupid never get sick. That's just saying that your immune system is so dumb it doesn't even know you're sick. You know, it must be dumb, that kind of thing. So yeah, if you're not sick, it doesn't mean you're not. It just means you're not reacting to sickness, right? That's why all the sickness starts with flu-like symptoms. You know, fever, coughing, stuffy nose. And that's usually what happens. That's your body's immune system battling whatever that's in there. That's all it knows how to do. Releasing, killer T cell, white blood cells, raise your body temperature, make you sweat, blocking your nasal passage so you're not getting in more bacteria, trapping bacteria. You're getting more mucus. The mucus trap bacteria. That's what your body does to battle any bacteria or viruses. But if you don't have that reaction, it means that you might be sick, but your body doesn't even know. Similar to HIV. HIV is basically that. You are sick, but you don't know you're sick. Your body does not combat that disease. It doesn't do anything to it. It doesn't do anything to it. The only reason that HIV medication works is by tricking the virus to attach to a dummy cell, and the dummy cell actually kills the virus, and that's how it works, right? When you eat the HIV medication, it actually creates dummy cells or dummy proteins that the virus can attach itself to and reproduce. When it attaches itself to it, it actually doesn't reproduce. It actually just blows up and die. So that's how HIV medicine works. So HIV is one of the prime examples of your body doesn't know you're sick, but you're very sick. And same with cancer too. A lot of cancer patient does not know they have cancer, right? Because cancer cells are actually not virus. Your body does not react to cancer cell because cancer cell is actually a cell that had one of the switch turned off. All right, cancer cell is overgrown of a cell. The cell does not know to stop reproducing itself. It just continues to grow, and that's how you get tumors and stuff like that. It doesn't stop growing, and because it's part of your cell, even though your body's sick, your body doesn't know. Your body doesn't do anything to it. It just allows it to damage your body. So being sick once or twice a year is a good thing. Yeah, now they always say rub some dirt on it, Robitussin, soy sauce, ginger ale, whiskeys will resolve the problem, right? Or kick your wife out, that might solve the problem too. So yeah, being sick is very important. You want to be sick once or twice a year. If you're not, you might want to give yourself a checkup too. That is not to say there's some people that just been sick so much when they're younger that their immune system is so good it just pretty much kills any cell that goes near you before anything. There are some people whose average body temperature are higher than other people, right? Your core temperature is around 97 degrees, 97.5 degrees to 98 degrees. And some people's average body temperature is very rare. There are people whose body temperature is about 100 all the time. All right. People who go to gym a lot does not get sick often because they raise their body temperature and the fluid exchange so much that it actually flush out the virus before they even get sick. So that's another thing. So if you exercise a lot, you go to gym a lot, you might not ever get sick because, blood circulation, body temperature rises, heartbeat 130 beats a minute, that kind of stuff will help you circulate out those viruses before you do anything. So but I don't recommend people to go to gym often. So even though there are people who's like, I like this, look at my guns, Gyms are cesspools. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Gyms are quite dirty if you think about it. Everybody had to clean up the thing, so 100 million germs. Yeah, that's why they sprayed the thing clean up before they do it. So that's why kids get those what's it called hand, mouth, and feet disease. It's from bacteria. It's from dirty bacteria. People like to drool. They pick their nose and wipe it everywhere and all that stuff. So, but here's the thing though. When you're in the gym, you sweat so much. Those sweat does have some salt in there, so it kind of balances out everything. I don't like to go to the gym all that much. So, like gym. Well, there are some clean gym where they wipe down constantly. They have solutions and stuff like that. But if your gyms are like some people don't go to gym to lift weights. Some people go to gym to play basketball and stuff like that. That's actually okay. But if you go to gyms for those machines that you have close body contact with, wipe it down before you go on, because holy shit, the person before you is probably twice as big as you and then sweat like 3 times more than you on that thing. By the time you go there, you see a layer of white salt crystals like plume on top of the seat. You're like, I'm gonna wipe this down. Yeah. And surprisingly, I see a lot of people in gym just sit over there talking on their cell phone. I don't know what they're doing. They're like, I'm gonna do those dumbbell 10 times. All right, phone calls. I would just sit over there at the chair and talk on the phone. I went to the DMR yesterday. DMV yesterday. I went to DMV yesterday, and literally this woman, who an old lady who tried to renew her driver's license. She was super proud of her niece or granddaughter or something like that. This woman has an Instagram thing about exercise, and she's like, oh, she's the bomb. Look at that, she's on it. She's playing it for everybody to see. I just not looking at it. I'm just like, I don't want to start arguing with her. I do not want to start arguing with her. I do not want to start arguing with her. She was like, oh, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? She asked everybody what they do. And then literally said, this my niece, she's do this for living. This is what she does. She teach everybody to exercise and get healthy. Look at her banging body. I look over, it's like she's not banging. She's not banging. She's like a straight. She's not like she's, but she's doing the thing. She's like, oh, let's get going. Let's get started. Yeah. I was like, oh my god. Don't argue with her. Do not allow her to ask you that question. What do you do? Because if she asks me, I'm like, dude, I'm a doctor. So yeah, I can tell you your niece is doing it wrong. What's really funny is in the end, she still did not get to renew her driver's license. In the end, she still did not get to renew her driver's license. I went to do the real ID stuff. And they're making renew driver's license so much harder now, because you need birth certificate, you need your passport, that kind of stuff, right? Social security number and stuff like that. And I literally brought entire envelope of documents over just to renew, just to upgrade my driver's license to real ID, because I travel a lot, so it makes sense for me. But for those people who doesn't travel a lot, don't do it, because if you don't do it, you do a regular driver's license, you only have to go there once every 15 years, okay? If you do it, you have to go there every 5 years, retake your picture, and you have to bring all those citizenship documents again. Every 5 years. $50 every single time. $50 every single time. No. So I literally do it Friday. That's $25, and next year I do it again for $50, because upgrading is $25, redo it is $50. Might expire next year. Might expire. It's horrible. I almost feel like real ID is almost a punishment to the citizens. Why would I say that? Now, they're saying that to enter any federal building, that will probably include museum and courthouses, and fly anywhere inside the United States, you will need a real ID, or you will need passport. Okay, that's pretty much the two options, right? Of course, some people have passport cards. That's different story because not everybody has passport cards. But in the U.S., as a citizen, you only have driver's license or your passport, right? You're not gonna bring your birth certificate and everything around, right? But if you're a green card, you can just bring your green card. Green card counts as a federal document. So they can bring a little card. If you don't do it, you gotta bring your entire passport. They don't have to renew their picture and renew their passport and go to the DMV every 5 years. They go every 15 years. And they don't have to carry things on them. They just carry the green card, which is normal. Everybody brings their green card around. Why? Isn't that like kind of punishing the Americans? Isn't that kind of punishing the citizens? I think that kind of is punishing the citizens. I would think they would be like, because like your status isn't gonna change. You're American citizen this year. You're not gonna change in 5 years. You're not gonna change in 10 years. You're not gonna change in 15 years. You're American citizen. You're citizen. Unless you give up your citizenship, which is a totally different story. But like your status isn't gonna change. It's not like green card where they're gonna what, next year we're not gonna allow you to renew it. We're not gonna renew your citizenship next year, right? Green card is like you went out for 6 months. So when you come back, you lose your green card, right? It takes 6 months to lose your green card, but you'll not lose your American citizenship. Yet they want to check every 5 years. I don't understand. Okay, good. Now it's about halfway point. Well, not even. I actually don't even think that's halfway point. But let's talk about the flavor. The flavor intensified just a tad, but still very smooth, almost mellow taste. Okay, the woodiness has increased. There's more woodiness. The draw didn't get any better. The draw is still kind of like a weird draw. It's like I don't know how to describe that weird draw. It's like you are trying to take a draw. You feel that little air come through, but not a lot, even though they are coming through. Okay, the saltiness kind of increased just a tad. The strength, it's gotta be like medium plus because I do feel a little bit, not a lot. I do feel a little bit, so that has to be medium plus because I feel like I just smoked an entire cigar just now. Okay, and let me get. Do I still get that weird beef jerky taste? I do. That saltiness is still there. There is a little bit, just a little bit espresso flavor, kind of the creamy kind that goes through just a little bit though. So it's wood tone first, saltiness, and then it comes through a little bit of sweetness with that espresso tone, and then ends with a little bit bitterness, and then again pepper. But the pepper are so little. Like if I wasn't trying to look for it, I won't even know there is. I'm drinking the Saspera, like root beer. They're almost like root beer. Saspera roots. I drink this when I smoke things that I'm afraid of. This thing has 33 grams of added sugar on top of that, so there's a lot of sugar in this. But yeah, I in terms of ID and stuff like that, I don't understand. I really don't understand. I think there's better ways a lot of time, but who knows? But this cigar is no joke. I think this cigar is like a precursor of how much suffering it's gonna feel like when I smoke that woody. Smoking that woody is gonna be a suffering experience. I can tell you that. That's gonna feel like a chore, because this is already almost like a chore. Now, there's also a little bit of this sourness, but it's like a fermenting sourness, so it's not like unpleasant or anything. The pepper is more noticeable in the nose, so if you retrohale, you'll feel more of that pepper, but on the mouth, not much. The mouth feel, not much. But yeah, this thing, no joke. This thing is definitely no joke. We're out 1 hour in, and this is how much I smoked. 1 hour in. So let's just kind of compare it a little bit, because this is basically how long this thing is. So like that. So I basically went through a Corona. Is that a half? No, just under a half. So I went through a Corona. A little bit, a section more, it will be a Robusto. This is tough. Alright, so let's talk about the drawing, the raffle drawing that we're gonna do soon. To replenish the cost of trademarking our brand, our logo and stuff like that. There are still people that is trying to donate prizes. I'm hoping that you guys don't donate too much, because I don't want to do another 5-hour show. That was suffering. I want to do that once a year and that's it, okay? And in terms of when the deadline is, I want to set the deadline around the 11th. So March 11th is the last day you can buy ticket, and we'll draw the ticket on March 14th, okay? Just so that it's there. March 14th is the day that we'll do the drawing. And if you want to know what prizes available, I posted in that specific post where you tell you how to pay for the tickets and what account to pay to, and then there's picture of some of the donated prizes. But as more people play it, I will add more prizes. Right now, obviously, the goal was to replenish the cost that we used to do things. But by throwing prizes means it adds costs. So hopefully that will be good. Another good show. Giving out stuff is always fun. I think it is. Now I also taste just a little bit of star anise. That little herbalness to it. Just a little bit, not a lot. Where's the post? The post should be in the announcement. Let me check. Alright, enjoy, Michael. Take your time. Let's see. If I look at the announcement. Yeah, it's right in the announcement. So the first post. So the first post you see literally is that post. Okay. So you already see that there's 2 5-pack being donated too. And on the top of that, we also have a 3-pack that I don't have pictures for, and a 5-pack for the third place. We also have a 3-pack and a 5-pack or a backpack. If you never had a backpack before and you wanted a backpack, I can do the backpack as well. Woo! So who else is smoking something nice right now? Let me know. And if you're smoking something really nice, what is the occasion that you're doing that? Alright, Michael, enjoy your night, man. Hanging out with the family is nice. Tomorrow, I have to go to my parents-in-law. It's my father-in-law's birthday Monday. But, obviously my wife don't have time Monday. So we're going to go over there Sunday to celebrate his birthday. What's a good thing is that I can buy the cake ahead of time and leave it in my garage because it's so cold in the garage. I don't have to find a space in the fridge for that. The garage is about 20 degrees. So any cake, I just leave it in the car. And tomorrow when I drive the car, I won't forget the cake. I really need to get my car washed though. My car is dirty. I can't just simply wash at home because it would just freeze, Yesterday, I actually called the police on some people. Last night, afternoon, there are three kids that was trying to do, try to raise money for the college tuition, that kind of stuff. I don't know if you guys know those kids that paint your house, and then they ask for some money, and that money pays for the tuition or help with the tuition or something like that. They're walking around, but the problem is that they're walking around in a really sketchy way. Hey, quick 30. They're in this for the really sketchy way. They went in front of my garage, and the camera turned on and the light turned on. And when it turned on, the guy literally said, "Okay, not this one. That's wrong." And they ran. Now, when you do that kind of stuff and you run, it makes it really sketchy. So I called the police. So turns out those kids were the painters, and they only paint exterior. They will not paint interior. So they didn't even bother ring the doorbell, whatever. They just checked, and I have sightings, so you can't paint on sightings, obviously. So they checked and they saw my sighting and ran, but they were running. So when they run, the whole neighborhood is like, what the hell does this kid do? Because a lot of people over here has sightings. So they just checking one by one, and then see the sighting and ran. So I ended up calling the police because I wasn't sure what the hell they were doing. I used the backpack. The backpack was nice. And I called the police and then basically described what happened. And one of the guy finally says, the neighbors, I talked to them. They're actually here to paint, but we all have sightings. So they come here, checked out. It's all sightings, so they continue to the next one. I was like, that's just sketchy. That's just really sketchy. What's funny is that dispatcher said that, yeah, we'll send police over there to see the footage from your camera. Never showed up. Never showed up. And I also had, I ordered Indian food yesterday. I ordered Indian food, but then the driver didn't show up until 8:20, 8 something. And I ordered at 6:40. I ordered at 6:40. It wasn't even that busy. So by 7:50, I was pissed. So I drove down and I canceled the delivery. I drove down. By the time I drove down there, the delivery guy took the order left. So when I arrived over there, the delivery guy arrived at my house at 8:20. At 8:20, I was like, dude, you got delivered food at 8:20 to my house. You might as well tell me not to eat because it's 8:20. Who eats at 8:20? People eat at 6. Okay, people eat at 6, and you deliver at 8:20. The hell is wrong with you? So I kind of complained to the delivery company, and the delivery company basically said, oh yeah, we'll give you 10% off next time. All right. And I was like, dude, that's pocket change. I don't really care. What I care is right now I'm hungry and I'm pissed. And basically, in the end, I didn't argue with them. I let the store owner argue with them because the delivery late, it makes the store look bad. It doesn't make the delivery company look bad, right? It makes the store look bad. People usually think that it's the store being slow, not the delivery guy being slow. All right. So after I left, I was on the phone over there with them too, because the store owner called them. After I said, you know what? I don't really care for this. I'm gonna go home and eat. You can talk to the owner because the owner is the one that you're hurting for the business for. I hand the phone to the owner. I was like, thank you very much. I'm gonna leave. And the owner was like, okay, bye. When I go home, I start eating. And I told my wife, it's like, yeah, they gotta give 10% off next time. My wife laughed. She's like, 10% off? What is that? Tips? and I was like, yeah, whatever, next time I'll just go pick it up. And then we got a notification that they refunded the food. But here's the funny part. They refunded the food, but it will take you 30 days to see it. What? 30 days to see the refund. What's really sketchy, what's really bothered the crap out of me is that they refunded the entire purchase of the meal minus the tip to the driver. The driver still got his tip. I don't understand of the tipping policy, to be really honest with you. A lot of people say I'm an asshole for not tipping certain things, okay? Because a lot of times I don't feel like I should tip. For example, I was honest with you guys. I go to the hotel, I'll tip everybody except the housekeeping. I do not tip the housekeeping. I am smoking the Davidoff 10th year anniversary Ginza. This is the Vault series. This thing is super long. You missed it how long this thing is. This thing is this long. Alright? I'm already halfway through, but this thing is this long. Alright? You missed the comparison, but here is a Robusto from Filthy Viking. This thing's like a whole half an hour to an hour longer. So yeah, let's continue with the music. Of course, here we go. So yeah, what we're talking about? We're talking about the meals, right? So they refund it, takes 30 days, and but then they pay they give the tip to the guy. And I don't tip the hotel housekeeping is because I had experience of things getting stolen by housekeeping, right? Ever since that day on, if I'm going to a hotel, the do not disturb sign will always be at the door. I do not want anybody come to the room. Because really, do you really need your bed tucked in every single day? And do you really need somebody to pull your blind when you come in? I don't. In fact, my wife hated when they tuck the blanket under the bed because she thinks it's dirty. You know, you tucking the thing in there, you know, who knows what's on there, and you tuck it in there. It makes it hard to sleep in, and you have to pull it right out and all that stuff. And they put this decorative pillows on top of where the pillow is. I think that pillow is dirty as hell because, like, knowing my wife first reaction when she go to the room with the pillow on there, she dragged the pillow and tossed it to the ground. She literally is like, why did they put this kind of stuff in there? Yeah, it makes it look complete. It looks nice, but that decorated pillow, who knows how dirty it is? You never wash this. That thing doesn't have things you can wash. That thing is, if everybody's like my wife, that thing has been sleeping on the floor every single day. And they just keep putting back the thing. So we hated that. So there's nothing they need to replenish. There's nothing they do. When they go to our room, they don't replace your cup either, right? They don't, the things that you wash your mouth with, they don't clean, they don't replace that. They don't, they probably will replace your shampoo and stuff like that, which we usually bring our own. So there was no reason for them to come in the room. So, you know, we just put a do not disturb sign. Doesn't matter how long we can stay for 10 days. We do not let them come in for 10 days. So we don't tip the housekeeping because we don't use their services. They literally did not come in. They only service the place after the previous person leave and after we leave, right? After we leave, we pay the bill for it. So we don't tip that. Now, for drivers, you know, when you order food and you had to, put in your tip amount, I was like, dude, I haven't even got the service yet. You want me to tip this guy? I have not getting the service yet. You want me to tip this guy for his good job well done? I don't know. I don't know how that's even logical. Why would I tip you before you have proven your service to be good, right? Because tip, that's that, right? We reward you with the good job that you have done, right? So if you go to the bartender, you don't tip them first before you get your drink, right? You pay them, and that's when you give them the tip, you know? And the more tip you get, the next drink is gonna have a little more booze, right? That makes sense because they're working right in front of you, and they're taking care of you. So yeah, you tip that. But something like delivery guy, he hasn't even got to my house yet. I could put $10, and because whatever reason he decides to deliver my late, I can't have that $10 back. I can't say, hey, I was gonna tip you $10, give me $5 back. No, come on, that doesn't work that way. So I don't understand the tipping structure. In Asia, we don't tip that often, right? We'll tip for people who park your car because you want them to make sure they park your car well and stuff like that. We'll tip the person who move your luggage up. In Japan, you can't even tip them. You can't even tip them. They get in trouble for taking your money. I can't even tip them. I'm not used to tipping in Asia. In China, once in a while, I'll tip. If you go to the hotel, you know, they do well, we'll tip them because they can take it. But in Japan, they can't take it. The tipping structure is what makes service worse and worse. Tipping structure is what makes service worse and worse. Why? Because when you go to a restaurant, you expect to be served, right? Unless unless you go to a restaurant where the food just automatically boom right in front of the table, and the table just gotta clean itself. You expect that whatever cost that you're paying for should be covering everything, including their employee costs, the plates and all that stuff, right? But somehow the waiter and waitress has come to expect you to tip them because that's how they make their livelihood. And it's not really their fault, it's because their boss doesn't pay them. All right, most restaurants doesn't pay their waiter or waitress. It's usually either or. Either you get paid very minuscule amount that covers your tax, or it's either or. If your tip amount goes over your regular hourly rates, they won't pay you the hourly rate, which does not make sense at all. because they already paid. It's part of their job to do it. If they do well, yeah, you want to leave money on the table, sure. Like, you know, you have a date and then they really take care of the date, then yeah, sure, you can tip them. But they come to expect tips, right? My wife and I'm a more like a stubborn person. If I had a bad time eating, I literally want to write 0 on the tip thing. My wife is more nicer. She'll be like, no, just give them like 10%, right? Something like that. Like her minimal price was 10%, right? And then, you know, when you see the receipt, usually in the bottom is a suggestion of how much you tip, like 18, 20, 25, 30%. You're like, really? I just want to have a meal and I have to pay 30% of what I eat. And those party gratuity does not make sense either. They charge you gratuity to have more friends to eat with you, or having a big party. As if if you come with 2 sets of 4 people, 2 separate table, as if that's not working, right? As if that's not working. They don't have to have guaranteed tip if you have 2 separate tables, but if you one table together, now you're obligated to give gratuity 18%. You and then you come to us, it's like, you know, I understand that's how they make money, make livelihood, but that's not how that you cheap out your customer to make them pay your employee, right? You're making your customer to pay your employee salary. That does not make sense to me. All right, I think that structure should change so that, you know, people who are saying that, oh, I work 2 jobs, I don't make enough money. Well, that's because one of your jobs is probably at nighttime working in a restaurant. That's why you're not making money. But if they pay you hourly rate, at least your minimum is that. All right, they need to have a sustainable minimum rate so that they can go above and beyond. If they just think that they gotta get tipped for working normally, nobody's gonna work hard. All right, you know, each waiter gets probably 4 or 5 tables per night, area where they take care of, and they really just do it as fast as they can, try to turn over the table as quick as they can, and you have to tape them. They know you have to. If you don't tape them, they chase out of the door. I had never had anybody chase out the door because my wife's bare minimum is 10%. But like, I feel like even if you give them 0 and you give them a valid excuse, like because you're slow and whatever, and they can tell you that, oh, because the kitchen was slow, we're busy, then they should go complain to the kitchen, right? They will complain to you. They complain to you. They're like, you need to tip. And then if you don't tip, you're risking the next time you show up, they might add a little bit extra something to your food. You try that in Asia, you will never be able to find a job again. Right? Like, that does not happen in Asia. If that happened in Asia, the person either owns the restaurant, that's number one, or this person just don't want the job anymore. You will never be able to find a job. I never have to worry about that. In fact, I never have trouble receiving good service when I'm in Asia. Never, ever. Except going to the suburbs in China, which they don't give a shit who you are, alright? If you come here, buy your food, get out, okay? If I don't tip, I don't go back. Well, that's the thing. The food tastes good, the worker might not be good. That's not really the restaurant's fault. That's why I will go back even if the waiter is bad. But I'll make sure to not get the same waiter again. Alright. So, hour and a half. Let's talk about something that my wife asked me today. Here's the Mrs. Assassin's question. Mrs. Assassin's question today. So she read this, it's funny because she's like, hey, honey, you know this, I read this thing about a girl that's kind of like you. She's online all the time. She does like, you know, weird stuff for people's requests, like almost like porn. I was like, when is the last time I did porn? What? Get to the point. And she's like, yeah. She basically has like Instagram or videos and stuff like that. And then, you know, people will pay her and she do weird requests. And some requests she won't do. Like, for example, some people pay her to, you know, do a strip picture or, you know, and the thing that she said she wouldn't do is somebody asked her to wear bread in her shoes and then send him the bread for money. She won't do that, but she's like saying that, you know, she quit college for this. She's making a lot of money. She's you know, she's telling people that college is not necessary, just do this, you know. I was like, number one, if somebody was pay me for me to step on bread and just send in the bread, I will do it. Okay, I will do that. That's nothing wrong with that. Somebody like bread, okay, and you don't even know if she really stepped on it. She just had to send you the bread. So number one, I will do that. Number two, I do not believe that she did not do that. All right. Number two, I do not believe she did not do that. All right, Daniel. So she's basically saying that, what do you think about that? Now she's coming out and write a whole editorial about how this is how to make money. All you guys are idiots. Go to school. She quit college for this. She's making plenty of money. She's happy. I was like, yes and no. You know, number one, I have not heard one porn star come out after they retire says they will do porn star again. You know, they literally just all complain about their life, you know, having to do, you know, and there's even the Me Too movement kind of thing going on with the porn industry. And she's like, yeah, I kind of like, you know, respond to that post and saying, you know, there's plenty of free stuff out there. She must be weird, do all kind of weird stuff so that she make a lot of money. I told her, like, you know, maybe she's blackmailing people. That's why, okay? Because, like, porn industry doesn't make a lot of money. The person who owns the porn industry make a lot of money, but actors don't make a lot of money. Actress doesn't make a lot of money. So for her to do weird stuff, I would think that she's blackmailing people. You know, for example, if the person asked for that slice of bread was Bill Gates, and yeah, she'll be like, hey, if you don't keep sending me money, I'm gonna tell the world you bought bread stabbed by my foot from me. You know, I can understand that. That might happen. And my wife's counter argument was that, no, well, you might not know who give the money and stuff. Nowadays, if you gotta give a good amount of money, it's very hard to hide the trail. All right, it's very hard to hide the trail. If you have sending out good amount of money, there's trail somewhere. So I know she's not. And then number two is that she said she made a lot of money, and she said she's gonna do this forever. I was like, no one can do what they do forever. Okay, no one can do what they do forever. Even like porn star had to retire. You know, their body issue they have. You know, and if one day she goes out there and got into a car accident, that's it for her life. That's it. There's no other job she can do. What she gotta do? What she gotta do? Become a teacher? No. She gotta go back to school? No, that's not happening. You go apply to school. They type your name online and shows up your picture half naked. No, you're not going anywhere. Okay, you're not going anywhere. I say, what's worse is that if she ever have kids, she has to explain to her kids. She's like, what's there to explain? I mean, you don't have to explain to the kids. The kids wouldn't know. I say, no. She'll have to explain to her kid why the kid's father is also a porn star. Why would normal people marry a porn star? You had to be in the porn industry to marry a porn star. That's usual the case. I mean, there are exceptions where 70-year-old, 80-year-old might want to marry a porn star. Okay, that might happen. But normally they'll marry somebody in the industry. Because not many people can handle the fact that their wife's sex videos are out there all the time. Unless you're also a porn star. You're also co-starring those videos. And yeah, that makes sense. But, you know, it wouldn't, you know, she said, well, what if a really rich guy marry her? What if, paraphrase your point. What if a really rich guy marry her? I'll say, here's the thing you need to know, honey. Really rich guys don't get married. Really rich guys don't get married. Really rich guys don't need porn stars. They buy anybody they want. Really rich guys don't need people who are very experienced. Okay? They don't get that kind of people. Fernando, where did you go? Where did you go that you're starting a hotel? So yeah, I don't know. What would you? Here's the question though. If that was your daughter, what would you tell her? If your daughter saying, "I'm quitting college because this job makes me hundreds of thousands of dollars," because she already bought a house, and I assume let's not go high end. Let's go mid end, right? Bought a house for $200,000, and she's like, I can do this forever. I'm just sending weird stuff to weird people that I don't know it. If that was your daughter, what would you say? Now you start to have light issue. It's still straight, nicely burned, but then it stopped burning. If that was your daughter, what would you tell her? Again, her argument is that she make a lot of money for doing pretty much nothing. She got to travel all over the place. All she had to do was take some pictures, send some stuff to people. She's making thousands and thousands of dollars normally. That's her argument. She makes a lot of money. What will you tell your daughter? Hey, good, do it. Keep doing it. Or, we have some issue. Let's have a talk. What will you think? Like, you think that's a good way to be assured? She's saying that she can do this forever. Even she get old, there are a new industry of old. Right? There's industry of old people porn. So, she's not worried about being old. She can do this forever until she dies. And by then, she'll be a millionaire, and all of you losers who went to colleges will still be working until 67. You're not smoking it aggressive enough, there, Jackie Chan. Or let me tell you, if you smoke your cigar like just literally burning the leaves, you're not smoking the cigars. You're just burning the leaves. Alright? Smoking a cigar is to taste it, to make sure that you do it responsibly and within reason. Not try to burn as fast as you can. That's not tasting anything. That's like saying that, eating hot dog, you must eat it like the Nathan's hot dog challenges and just inhale that thing. You're not going to taste anything. Smoking cigar, you got to take your time to really, get to it. And if you know how long this cigar is, you wouldn't say the same thing. This cigar is this long. Okay? Fernando, we're talking about this girl or young lady, basically super proud about what she does right now. She's online. She's basically sending people pictures of her, nude, maybe semi-nude or whatever, all kind of weird stuff, and send people different things to get money. All right, and she's very proud of that. Now, I'm saying that she will have problem in the future. But let's say if that's your daughter, and her argument is that I'm gonna do this because this makes a lot of money. Right? So much money within 2 years she bought a house. Right? Makes a lot of money. What will you tell her if she was your daughter? And after this, let's review the last little bit of this cigar a little bit too. Oof. Nobody? It's a tough one. Because if that was my daughter, I wouldn't know what to say to her. Oh, thanks for the liking my hat comment. How much for this cigar? This cigar is $39, but you do have to buy it in a box of 10. So $390 for a box of 10. They only sell in box of 10s. And Davidoff made it. That's a good one. I would say you had to do something sustainable. These practices are unsustainable. What if she tell you that, by then I can't do it anymore. I already have so much money I put in investments. Because that's pretty much what her plan was. To make so much money, way more money than anybody who went to college, and then put it on investment and she will live forever. Now, I personally have no problem with pornography. Alright, I personally don't have any problem with pornography. Okay, so I think it's the oldest industry in the world. Oldest industry in the world, and there are people that likes it. That there are people that really live on it. There are people that never get a girlfriend and they need that. Okay, I understand, which is totally fine. But there are the right people. If you're going to college and quit college for this, you're not living in a situation where you really need to do this for life, right? You're not doing this for. There are people who do this and really. I think Pamela Anderson wrote like 2 books about this, and she hated her life, right? She wanted to kill herself, kind of thing. There's not one, and there's plenty of like, girl that's used to being pornography and no longer in there. They came out and speak about how bad the industry is. They all trick into it and all that stuff. So they're not doing it because they want to. They're doing it because they kind of have to. This girl goes to college and quit college for that. She going to college. That means her families are fine. They can afford to go to college and she have some education. And she goes to do this. High roller? No, man. I'm just used to smoke Davidoffs. So if anybody here knows, I'm a Davidoff whore. So I just keep smoking Davidoffs. But yeah, I personally cannot support this girl doing what she does. But again, that's not my daughter. I don't. And then when she asked me what I would say to my daughter, I don't know. Can I just be the sole customer? I'll just buy everything. Some of the poorest people live the richest life, money and everything. It's true. And this is what I think. Okay, internal America. You will make a lot of money if you sell your dignity. Alright, if you sell your pride and dignity in America, you can make a lot of money. Will you be happy about that? I don't know. I don't think you can be happy about that, right? But yeah, if you sell your dignity, you make a lot of money. And what I mean by that, people who make fun of themselves, they make a lot of money. People who are in porn industry, they do make a lot of money. For a period of time. People who are fake beggars. Have you seen those people who like dress up as beggars to ask for money on the street or the sign and stuff like that? They make a lot of money. I've seen them being picked up by like Mercedes and stuff like that. They make a lot of money. So if you drop your pride and just put it in the trash can, you'll make a lot of money, sure. But if you want to make an honest living and feel good about it in the future and be able to tell your kid what you do in the future, you gotta work your way. You gotta work your way. I mean, that girl is gonna regret that whatever that's on the internet today will be on the internet 20 years later. I would think that to finish her college first. Here's the thing though. Once she start doing the porn industry, a lot of college will discredit her. Will not even accept her. Because they do background check nowadays. So she should have had the college degree first, then do this. But she was doing this, quit college. Quit college for doing this. That's crazy. That's crazy. But I do agree that some of the poorest people live the richest life. I have a friend who's in a family of 4 brothers. 4 brothers. And they live tough life, and they don't have high income or anything like that. The brother later on has made it. He worked in this insect protection company, like kill insect company, and basically they make a living and they end up buying houses and stuff like that. But however, this guy, despite of having very low income, back like you never left, despite of having very low income, he have traveled to a lot of places, being friends with a lot of people, and join like softball team, baseball team. He's literally the slugger that everybody wants because he's big. He's the slugger that every team wants. So like the amateur teams, like junior teams, they all want him. He literally lived a very full, beautiful life. He tried all kind of stuff. And that's living poor but living rich. I mean, if you think money is the only thing that makes you rich, then you can be so rich all you have is money. If you're so rich, all you have is money, then I'm sorry for you. I'm very sorry for you, okay? You can, the term rich just means somebody else pay you a lot of money. All right, but if all you have is money, then you gotta live lonely and die lonely. And the term of success really means mixture of things, like something you can be proud of. When you die, there's a lot of friends near you. You know, go to your funeral. I know that on my funeral, Chapin's probably gotta put some dick picture right next to my grave. That I'm pretty sure. But at least you'll be there. So, you know, if you really treat life with just money, yeah, you gotta have one point where you got nothing else to look forward to, right? If you think about it, all those rich people, and I'm talking about rich people, I'm not talking about wealthy people. There's a difference between wealthy people and rich people, okay? Rich people are the people that has a lot of money. Wealthy people are those people who pay those people who are rich, okay? Wealthy people are people who pay the rich people, okay? We're talking about rich people, and I can see that a lot of rich people lose their way. They don't have anything to look forward to. You know, they don't look forward to vacations. They don't look at anything. And that's the same thing of a lot of. If you look at a lot of YouTubers, once they get to a point, still salty. You get to a point that you have like a million subscribers. All your video makes a lot of money. You start to get depressed. Once you hit that goal, and then you have money now. What are you gonna do? There's nothing to look forward to. You run out of things to talk about. You don't have that eager urge to get something, you know. Duke of Lizards. All I need in life is a fishing pole and some cigar. I'm happy. Happiness only comes. Ooh. What is that taste? Oh, so spicy. There's a shot of spiciness just went through, and it's so spicy I almost feel like it's choking me. Now it's gone. Now it tastes like soy sauce. I don't know. What? So happiness is, it only comes when you have endured unhappiness. Does that make sense? You cannot be happy if you're not sad. I don't know if you can understand that concept. Let me explain. Let's say life is like a flat line. Okay, life is like a flat line. If you always live in the same way, let's say if you're fishing every day, that become a chore. So that's a flat line. Right, flat line. But if you work, you endure the annoyingness of work and deal with the dumbass managers and stress from work, your flat line went down, right? You went down. And then that became your flat line, right? So you're right here now. Before you're right here, now you're right here. And then you got to enjoy a day. Yeah, he have things to do. He's our family, Martin. If you have something to do, you get to relax and go fishing and have some cigar. Pew! Now you shoot up above that flat line. Now you're happy. So you cannot have happy unless your life drop down just a tad from stress, from working, from doing hard work, from doing hardship, that kind of stuff. You have to have that go down to be able to go up, right? You have something to look forward to. Once you get to that, something that you look forward to, your happiness comes. I don't know. It's weird. The burn's weird right now. It's warm. No after show then. I went through hell for years and now I realize how great life is. Yeah, once you hit rock bottom, you will start to see every little thing makes you happy. Every little thing makes you happy. So can you imagine if you have all the money, you bought everything, you have one period that's like this, right? On top. Flat line on top. Flat line on top all the time. Every day you're spending money, you're buying stuff, you're going out to get woman, you're drinking, you're smoking every single day. Your life is up here. Well, once you reach a peak, it can only go down. It can only go down from that point. It doesn't get better. It doesn't get better. You got nothing else to look forward to. You have done everything, right? Someone have never went to, let's say, Japan. Right? They went through all the hard work to save up money, and finally they go to Japan. Boom. Now they're happy. Now they're happy. Right? Happiness is, you need to have something bad happen for something good to happen. Because if not, your life is the same. You cannot always have good time. If you always have good time without the bad time, that become normal. That become normal. A good example is like, have you guys read the story Great Gatsby? Great Gatsby. So, they have a movie about that. Leonardo DiCaprio, Great Gatsby. Great Gatsby. He parties every single day. And to him, that party is nothing. There's nothing to look forward to. And then one day that woman shows up. All he wanted was that woman. But that party day is every day, every single day, every single day, every single day. It's normal. He doesn't really care for it. He doesn't even want to be in that party anymore. Right? He doesn't even want to be in that party anymore. Because it's normal. It's every day. That's literally every day. He wouldn't feel like anything anymore. Even Bill Gates said, after the first million, the next million is the same thing. You're not gonna be happy. There are a lot of people that win lottery and still working, because if they live their life every single day the same way without lottery money, their life there's nothing to look forward to. You know, you look forward to your next vacation. You look forward to your next day off. You look forward to the weekend, because your days are horrible during the weekdays, right? You look forward to go home because working sucked. But if you're at home every single day, you look forward to get out of the house. Right? You look forward to get out of the house. So yeah, life has to be balanced. Don't wish for like, I wish I never had to work. I wish I have a lot of money and never had to do anything. No, don't wish for that. Wish for that. Wish for, I wish that every day I work hard, I ain't gotta be repaid with a happy day. Right? For every day that I work hard for, I'm gonna get a day that's equivalent to that hard work. That's what you should be wishing for. You know, that's something that you wish for. Don't wish for a lot of money and all that stuff without hard work. You're not gonna be happy. All right, so let's talk about the last little bit of this cigar. That took 1 hour and 50 minutes, and I'm not done with the cigar yet. Oh my god. Flavor intensified. There is a sweetness at the end of the draw. Okay, pepper intensified. Strength is definitely medium plus, if not full. Okay, at this point. All right. The burn kind of got a little weird. I don't know if I'm talking too much or what. Or because I've been smoking so long that all the moisture kind of collected here, right? Because when you smoke, you get moisture, and the moisture kind of collected here, so it's getting a weird burn. Okay, it's a long ass cigar. I almost feel like a chore to smoke it. The flavor is good. Okay, it's a relaxing flavor. It's not punch you in the face flavor. Quite a bit of consistency in terms of flavor. Again, it does have the sweetness. It has this chocolatey sweetness at the end of it. Okay, so this is almost like a relaxing cigar. It will go really good with coffee. Okay, I can tell you that for sure. It has that creaminess that will go really well with coffee. But not dark roast coffee, because dark roast has that burnt flavor, and I think it will overtake the cigar. This cigar, like I said, the flavor is good, but it's mellow. It's smooth. It's elegant. Okay, it's very classy flavor. It's just very little. And even if you take a larger draw, the flavor isn't gonna intensify. Okay, it's just that. The draw feeling, the mouth feel is kind of weird. I don't know how to describe it, but it does feel like I'm taking draw, but almost like there's nothing going through, but there is. Okay, the smoke does take a while to travel and kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Now, in comparison to this cigar to a Alma Fuerte from Plasencia, I feel like there's more draw and more smoke produced by the Alma Fuerte. Alright, that cigar is more punch in the face, immediate satisfaction. This one, probably good if you gotta have some have cigar, have coffee with a lot of people. I don't think this cigar will go good with any whiskey. I think whiskey is just gonna cover all the taste. The taste is just gonna disappear. Okay, so unless you're drinking a really light whiskey, which I don't think you'll enjoy that much, would it go good with beer? I think it'll go good with stout. If you drink some stout, it will be good. Or ale. Some ale. Pale ale maybe. Something light. So either you go stout, which is quite extreme of flavor, or you go pale ale, which is very light flavor, to go with this cigar. No, but then again, you're smoking a $39 cigars. You might as well go big or go home, right? So have some nice espresso. Take your time on this. I don't think this thing you want to smoke it with for any amount of time less than 2 hours, because this thing will just make you dizzy. Alright, this thing will make you dizzy. What other note can I give you on this one? It's got a little bit of char taste to it too. And I don't know if because I'm smoking too fast. It couldn't be, because this thing barely stay light right now. Smoke output quite good. I mean, I literally put the fan like right behind this microphone right now to make sure that the smoke doesn't gather up. Because when I smoke something cigar like this, either very strong or very long cigars or large cigars, I will have to make sure that the smoke doesn't gather up, because you don't want to secondhand smoke that, because when you secondhand smoke that, more nicotine is going back to your body. So that's something you want to be careful. You might want to smoke this outside. Have a meal with it. Definitely have a big meal. I had a big meal and I still feel it. I had a huge meal. I think Alma Fuerte is actually quite a reasonable price cigar. And they do have a Robusto, which is much cheaper. So if you want to go with the Robusto one, I actually think that's a better size. I usually like Robusto size because I think it's perfect time. You know, between hour 30 minutes, depends how fast you smoke it. It's perfect time to spend on a cigar. And it kind of balance the time between smoking and drinking something, because you don't want to order too many drinks to go with one cigar. And something like this might be a overkill. But I do like the Alma Fuerte, and if you ask me between the multiple sizes, the hexagon look, or the Solomon, the special Solomon that kind of tapers out and in shape, and the Robusto, I like the Robusto better. And then after that, I like the Solomon shape more than the hexagon looking sizes. The hexagon one doesn't burn well for me. I don't know why. It doesn't usually burn evenly for me. Does it look cool? Yeah, it look absolutely cool. But in terms of smoking, I would think that they have to loose fit that so it's less tobacco in there or something like that to hold that shape. So yeah, the flavor they intensify. You're getting more of that, the same taste but stronger at the end. What I think this will be a better cigar if it's cut in half. In majority of the cases, yes. I think this is way too long to smoke for a cigar. Like I said, it feels like a chore to smoke this. Just constantly keeping it lit for 2 hours and you still couldn't finish it. That's quite a long time. Which make me worry about smoking the woody in the future, because that thing will take 5 hours. I don't know if I can continue to smoke for 5 hours. That's a long time. That's a long time. I think even spend 2 hours to smoke is a long time. So I can smoke a Robusto and take a small break and then have another cigar. But having a straight like this for 2 hours, I honestly think it's overkill. This is definitely a show-off cigar rather than an enjoyment cigar, I think. And then I think they purposely made the flavor sort of light so that you can continue at it. If it's so strong, all the time, you might not be able to finish the cigar unless you're like that kind of person that like full cigar. Like I'm talking about those what's that those called? The 660s, the things that drives Martina Maya to sleep, that kind of cigar. Then yeah, then if you like that, then this is easy. Might be too light and too easy. But if you like regular cigar, you like medium flavor cigar, you mean medium strength cigar and just some flavor, this is a challenge. This is a challenge to defeat. This is something that I will not smoke normally, for sure. Like, a lot of these are going to go to clients or drawing or whatever. I probably will not smoke all of them. I'll probably only keep one or two. Now, there's another cigar this size I haven't smoked yet. It's the Diametas, which is this long too. I haven't smoked it because I know that's full strength. I know that's full strength. And another cigar will be the Wagner. Davidoff Wagner. This thing is in and out Lajero. Alright, this thing is in and out Lajero. Outside Lajero, binder Lajero, and inside filler is also Lajero. So this thing is full strength. Okay, and this thing is still shorter. So I don't know. This is one cigar that I when you see this is making it chunkier. This is one cigar that I cannot just normally smoke it either. Yeah. I always remember that Martin admitted that he fell asleep during his smoke. Yeah. So yeah, in and out. I don't think it's spelled the same way. I think the Wagner is spelled different way, but I think it's Wagner, not Wagner. But who knows? Who knows? But this cigar is like $40-something each, so this is strong. This is not something that, I would normally smoke. If you like full body cigar, you are the one that smoked those super Toro, Maduro, super triple Maduro kind of cigars, then yeah, you'll like those. Okay, you'll like those. I'm one that doesn't even attempt the triple Maduros and like super Toros. Those things scares me. Just the name scares me. Like I can't deal with that. I cannot deal with that. I barely can sustain this. I don't know. I might feel it afterward. I go upstairs. I'm gonna eat something. But yeah, is it a good cigar? Yeah, I think so. I think it's a good cigar. But the use of this cigar, other than being all baller on it, and doing it for business, doing it for a long chat that you just want to have one cigar, I really don't see any reason to smoke this normally. Not a normal cigar. Not something like I just came home for a hard working day, I want to smoke that. No. Quick 30, no problem. So all you have to do is send me $39 plus shipping. I will send it to you per cigar. You can have to deal with that problem. Is it worth the price tag? Now I can tell you. Now everybody's price range are different. For me, every Vault series is about $37 to $40-something. So for me, that is a worthy price cigar. Yes, because well, technically you're smoking 2 Davidoff in this one, right? So it's worth the price because the amount of material you put in this, and then to roll cigar this long, you need full leaf to do that. So yeah, it kind of does worth the price because if you think about it, it's like buying 2 $18 Davidoff. So yeah, it does make sense. But this will be like a special event kind of cigar. This wouldn't be an everyday cigar. You know what I'm saying? If you were to ask me, whether or not I would choose this cigar over any Opus X that's over $40, if they were the same price, I would say I'll choose this cigar over Opus X, because I don't like Opus X all that much. I don't like all those woodsy note. I actually like this more relaxing note than the woodsy note. I you know, all the Opus X is super woodsy. If you like the woodsy notes, then yeah, Opus X is for you. So let's say you gotta have a baby shower or something like that. You have your baby for the very first time. Have one of these? Sure. 2 hours to celebrate a baby shower while your wife is enjoying all the gifts and you're outside smoking for 2 hours? Yeah, that's pretty good. On your wedding day, you want to smoke with a bunch of brothers? Yeah, sure. I mean, that makes sense. But had a hard working day, come home to smoke one of these just to pass out? No, not a good idea. And you gotta know, this price range is technically the same price range of a Andalusian bowl. Andalusian bowl is $40, $42 in local lounges. So it's actually not too expensive if you think about it. I mean, if you were to buy one of the Royal series or Zeno cigars, they're like $100 a cigar. Yeah, this is way worth it. This is way worth it. I would think that way. It's way worth it. So it really depends on. I'm back, just ate crawfish. Now smoking Punch Champion. I'm heading to my first lounge on Friday to smoke, celebrating 6 months clean. I'll be smoking a good cigar then. Yeah, you should. I think 6 months clean, sober from anything, drugs, alcohol, and stuff like that. That's pretty hard. It's something worth to celebrate, and good for you. Good for you to stay clean. So. Some BMN will sell at a reasonable price. Most BMN will jack up the prices. It really depends on your local, issues. Ooh, that's hot. Ooh. All right, bad cigar, bad. Ooh. So, yeah, I mean, in terms of celebration cigars, I really think that this has its place. And then if you want me to imagine people in Ginza smoke this, I totally, yeah. Reserva Rio, okay. Don't know what to smoke in the evening. Well, that depends how big a meal you gotta have. Wedding meals are usually so. Yeah, I would say that's pick a good one. It's worth celebrating. I don't know if I want to relate this because it's getting really strong. I'll wait a few minutes. See if I'll go back to that. So yeah, I mean, in terms of celebration cigar, this could do it. In terms of if you just want to relax for 2-3 hours by yourself, maybe. If you have a good amount of people are gonna hang out, if you have a place that you can play 18-hole golf, that's one cigar will deal with it, sure. But in terms of normal enjoyment, I wouldn't recommend it. I would not recommend this for normal enjoyment. I would recommend this for something different, some time different. This thing don't even fit a regular humidor. It's so long. It's weird. So yeah, that's my verdict on that. Will I call this a good cigar? Yes, I will. I will say this is a good cigar. But because the length of it, how long it takes to smoke, and that kind of stuff, I will say that the use of it is pretty lacking. Especially the decorations, not really. Would you here, Martina Maya? If this was a wedding flavor, then this would look really nice. Every table had one of these with a nice bowl on it as wedding flavor. Yeah, this will kick ass. All right, everybody, you'll be favorite people of the entire wedding. All right, if you just put this on the. Can you guys see that? You know what I'm saying? Like as a wedding favor, right on the table with a bowl on it. Everybody will take it home. Okay, this has that. Other than that, like I said, enjoyment cigar, not really. Do people really smoke high dollar cigars? Smoking, I would start cheap ones. What do you mean? Do people really smoke high dollar cigars? Smoking, I would thought cheap ones. There's gotta be missing one or two conjunction and nouns in there to make that make sense. Like, hey, Martina and Maya, if you have these kind of stuff, people will travel across the world to go to your wedding. If you're going to fishing, have one of these, yeah, that's all you need to bring. You don't have to bring anything else. This one thing will last your entire fishing trip. Okay? This will last your 2-3 hours of fishing. But yeah, that's pretty much all I can think of use. Big business talk, long hours of celebrations, a big business dinner, and that's pretty much it. As normal celebration, don't recommend it. I do not recommend it. This is almost like a challenge trying to finish it. Okay, that's all I can think of to use this for. Like I wouldn't enjoy it because it's so long. Like 2 hours later, I still have that much left. Technically, I still have probably 30 minutes left or 20 minutes left of this. I had to debate whether or not I want to smoke that. But funny is that all the flavor is actually here. Some kid, 19, in Cigar Dating Nation started smoking with the Cohiba Bohique as his first cigar. That guy's an idiot. I can say it straight out. That guy's an idiot. Alright? If you smoke a Bohique as your first cigar, not only you spend a lot of money, smoking something that might make you sick, you're not gonna enjoy it either. You won't even know how to tell the notes. All you gotta taste is some strong tobacco, and that was pretty much it. You're not gonna know what you're smoking. You're not even gonna know what being able to appreciate why it costs so much money. Dumb. Right? That's besides 19-year-old, you shouldn't be smoking. Because the law is 21. But yeah, I mean, first cigar Bohique, what the hell are you thinking? You just wasted, maybe $100 or more on something that you don't even know if you enjoy as your first thing. Before you go to sleep with a woman, at least date the woman, take him out to dinner first. That applies to cigar too. Before you know how to smoke a cigar, how to enjoy a cigar, try something light first. Okay? First base, second base, and then third base, maybe home run. But first, you gotta get to the first base. Alright? He's literally just go home run the first thing, and he's not gonna enjoy the first, second, third base. Yeah, this was about a year ago. He always posts picture of higher end. Okay, so what happened now? What happened now? Yeah, that's a lot for first cigar. Number one, not just the price, but the strength. Bohique has strength. Alright, Bohique is medium plus to full, so he's not gonna enjoy it. He's just gonna feel dizzy afterward. And yeah, he might feel cool, but I think that most people who know how to smoke cigar isn't gonna think that's cool. Most people smoke cigars like, what is that kid thinking? Okay, cool. The cigar is cool, but smoking that is not cool. You just wasted a perfectly good cigar that people save up for special times. People save up for a good time to enjoy that for a good reason. This kid is probably not smoking to enjoy it. Majority of the cigar lounges and that sell cigars places, they all actually just say 21. They don't even care about 18. They just put 21 outside. So, but yeah, I don't think that's a smart thing to do. I don't recommend it. I really do recommend people to work their way up in terms of strength of the cigar, so that you can actually at least learn how to tell what notes are you smoking, what's the flavor, what are the differences, so that smoke some bad cigar so you can really tell what good cigar is. It's like someone that has never go out to eat before and eat and go out to eat a Michelin 3-star dinner, pay $1,000 to have that dinner, and did not enjoy it because they don't know what is the difference. If you never eat something that's worse, you don't know what's good. You know what I'm saying? So really, that's not a good idea. It's like living in North Korea. You know what that means? If you live in North Korea, you don't have a higher living. You don't know what good living is. So when they give you a hamburger, you're like, that is the best thing I ever seen. Kim Jong-un, thank you for inventing beer and inventing hamburgers, because they never had anything good. So when they come to America, boom. I don't know. Okay. Well, you know, some people like gurkha, like Jeff. Jeff like gurkha. I don't know. You need to smoke something lighter to enjoy the full flavor afterward. If you just go straight to, you're not gonna enjoy it. It says a lot to see a rich man smoke a bundle stick. It says nothing to see a poser smoking a Mohican. Yes, because everybody know how to buy name brand stuff, right? Everybody can, it's kind of weird. All right, so imagine a woman that can barely feed her kids goes out with a Louis Vuitton bag. When you look at her, what do you say? You don't say, wow, she had a Louis Vuitton bag. You're like, what a bitch. Feed your kid first. Right? But if you see a rich man smoking a good bundle stick, you'll be like, that bundle stick must be really, really good. Right? You must that bundle stick must be really good, because he could buy anything he wants, but he smoked this. That bundle stick must be good. I want to try it. So that does make it different. I really think Mohican is heavily hyped as like the Cuban must-haves, alright? Because it's so rare, right? It's hard to find. A lot of times they run out of stock. That people think is a good cigar. But if you don't know how to enjoy cigars, you just gotta smoke it down and burn the leaves, you're not enjoying it. You're wasting a cigar. Not only you waste the cigar, you basically kill a chance for someone else to have that cigar. I smoke a cheap bundle stick from my local shop. Benny's Nicaraguan Select. They are cheap, but I like them. But when I lit them up and expensive, I really enjoy it. Yeah, I mean, different sticks, different cigar has its own place from different events, different time, different celebrations, right? I mean, a lot of times, you don't have to go all that expensive. Now, everybody's price range are different, right? So, do I get excited when I try the $2 cigar and it smells great? Yeah, I enjoy it. But it doesn't mean that I don't enjoy, I don't go out and smoke $40 cigar every single day. That I have all of them. I have plenty of them to smoke, but I don't smoke them all that much because they are less enjoyable than you think. Alright, they are less enjoyable than you think. What I mean by that? When you smoke an easy cigar, you just enjoy it. The flavor is there. They'll be fine. It's like you can go out and have a steak dinner. That costs you $60. But if I ask you today, would you like to have a tomahawk steak or street tacos? Alright, you don't even have to answer this, okay? Just think about it to yourself. If I ask you right now, 10:49, hey, down there, outside the street, someone is selling street tacos. Would you like to go? Or down that street right now has a new steakhouse. Would you like to go to eat steak with me? You probably say, yeah, let's just go get some street tacos and have some beer. Right? Sometimes the cheaper stuff is actually more enjoyable because they're easy. You don't have to. You're not celebrating anything. You don't have to go out of your way. That cheaper cigar is actually much more enjoyable. That's what I think. But exactly. But can we eat steak every day? I could eat steak every single day. In fact, when I'm on keto diet, I'm eating steak every single day. I actually think that at that time, if I can have tacos, I'd rather eat tacos. I really rather eat street tacos. I'm not talking about, again, if you think Taco Bell's taco, get out. Alright, get out. If you think that you will eat street taco over steak, hit the like button. Okay, hit the like button if you think that you'll eat street taco over steakhouse. Okay, street taco. And I'm literally talking about street taco, one of those really dirty carts, okay? Street tacos. So, if you ask yourself, expensive cigar, it really has its place for celebration to worth that money. If you're really not celebrating anything, sometimes cheaper cigar will do just fine. Hey, Brittany, what's going on? So I heavily recommend people to try some, somewhere about $5, $6 cigar for normal cigars. Well, even if less, if you enjoy something that's less, do it. Don't always smoke like $30 cigar, $40 cigar, thinking that every day you should have that cigar. That doesn't make sense, all right? Now, do I smoke cigar that's $15, $18 a day every day? Sure, but that's because that's my price range. That's my price. That's what I buy. But if I was to hang out with friends and they have, like, if it's on the table, they have all the Davidoff and they have all the cheaper cigars, I probably will choose some of the cheaper cigars just to enjoy. In Texas, we go to Whataburger, get a night of drinking. It's so much better after 2 a.m. I tried Whataburger for the very first time when I go to Arizona. We don't have a Whataburger in the East Coast. So that's actually pretty good. The burger is actually pretty good. In fact, I can honestly tell you that's better than Burger King. That I know for sure. Now, when it comes to Burger King and McDonald's, I can honestly tell you that I enjoy Burger King more because that feels like a burger I'm eating and McDonald's like that. But do I enjoy McDonald's once in a while? I do, because I like the Thousand Island sauce. I just don't know why. Laughing at Travis to get his cigar wearing socks because he just ate crawfish. Why does he have to wear socks after he eat crawfish? I have a picture. You need to post that picture, Brittany. Post the picture in the group. Post the picture in the group. I want to see it. Oh my god. When your hand smells like crawfish, but you need to reach for your humidor. Ah! Oh my god. We need more lounges in Massachusetts. I know. Tell me about it. Oh my god. Dude, you rather have the sock smell versus your crawfish smells? Oh my god. Now that is dedication. Travis, that's dedication. You hear it from me, okay? That's dedication. Someone wanted a cigar so bad that they, yeah. Wow. She's laughing too. Your 8-year-old daughter is laughing her ass off here too. That's funny. That's a good picture. Yeah, I believe that. Travis, I believe that's a clean sock. Oh my god. Why don't you wear a glove when you eat? One thing I don't usually eat is crawfish. Because crawfish is, if you eat too much crawfish, you get sick. I can't eat crawfish. I can't eat crawfish. Wow. Crawfish is just not my thing. I'd much rather eat shrimp or lobster. Crawfish has so much like parasite, I just can't eat it. Chinese people eat them by the buckets. I'm not even kidding. They eat them by like 5-6 pounds of crawfish, and they all get sick. I don't know why, but not something I eat. You can't wear a glove to eat crawfish. I eat crawfish with chopsticks, okay? I eat crawfish with chopsticks. I eat everything with chopsticks. I can eat a burger with chopsticks. I'm sorry. We have chopstick always available. I have chopstick always available. No matter what I eat, chopsticks, okay? Chopsticks. The old ancient Chinese art of eating is chopstick! Chopsticks. I can pretty much eat everything with chopsticks. I don't think there's anything I can't eat with chopstick. I eat salad with chopstick. So, I eat everything with chopstick. In fact, I can cook with chopstick. So, chopstick is it. Chopstick is life. George Jensen, your rock hard what? You're rock hard. Depends on your next sentence. You could be rock hard smart or rock hard dumbass. You had 10 pounds? Oh my god. Is it still lit? What is still lit? Oh, my cigar is stopped. I don't think I have enough time to, 4 minutes. I'm not smoking anymore. I wanted to go up there without feeling the whole world spinning. So, right now it's a good time to stop. But yeah, who's this George Jensen guy saying that he's rock hard? Usually people had to say that has something to prove. So I don't know. Coming from a Chinese guy. You don't want to be the guy that says I'm rock hard. You want someone else to say that you're rock hard. When you had to say you're rock hard, I'm sorry. Anyways, that is a good picture. That's a good picture. I even enlarge it just to try to see if I can tell what cigar he's trying to smoke. But yeah, that's crazy. That's a good picture. And you say you post one on Instagram? Let me see if the Instagram one has anything. Where is it? Instagram. Chapin, it's not my fault, okay? It's never my fault. It's never my fault. I don't see the picture. You say you tagged me? Finishing off with another punch cigars. Okay. Why you have a picture of me looking away? No, it's a punch cigar. It says it's a punch cigar. It's a punch champion. Punch champion. Man, that ashtray is sexy as hell. I just had to tell you that. How do you get so much loot? How do I get so much loot? What do you mean? Like how do I get so much cigars? I buy them. It's me, Tim, the tool man, Taylor. Me and Joe are going to pull out our son, Jonathan Taylor, Thomas, soft. I don't understand that. It's me, Tim, the tool man, Taylor. Me and Joe are going to pull out our son, Jonathan Taylor, Thomas, soft. I'm not too sure. I have said this many times. For all the trolls that want to troll this particular channel, is to come up with something more creative, something if all you want to troll is something sexual, that's kind of boring because everybody here is adult and no one's gonna laugh at a penis joke. So I'm sorry, I'm really sorry for that. If that's all the joke you have, you need something better. I can tell you one, okay? Martin and Mayo can probably spoke for this. One time we have someone that came here, made up a story about ostrich racing, okay? That was good. Okay, that was good. Martin, do you remember that? Someone came over and talked about the ostrich racing equipment. I love that one. That one is creative. But if you're gonna come here with some sexual joke, how many cigars do I smoke a week? I probably smoke 7 cigars. One a day. But I buy way more cigars than that. That's why I keep buying cigars. And it's not my fault. It's everybody else's fault. It's Martin and Maya's fault that I buy so much cigars. Martin and Maya, it's your fault. Just admit it. Alright? It's Travis Acor's fault that I bought so much cigars. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. In fact, this particular cigar is Marcus' fault. I think he posted the thing. I was thinking and he posted I had to buy it. Jonathan Terrell Thomas is a very It's really, really Ink Fu Young. Is that makes it? No, that doesn't work either. You know, you need to come up with something better. All right, you're horrible. 2 strike, you're done. So come up with another account later on. The living ashtray is fantastic. I wish I had Al's info to tag him. You smoke briar? I don't think so. He gets blamed for a lot. I still want to know when the semi-load of egg rolls are coming. Supposedly Monday, right? Supposedly Monday. We'll see. We'll see if it comes out Monday. Because I don't know. We Shadow Smoke Legion probably bought at least 20-something boxes. Alright, 20-something boxes. And to say that one place has 20-something boxes of egg roll, that's amazing. That's amazing. Unless they decided to make it in the regular production, which I didn't hear anything about. But 20-something boxes? Where did they find that? Where did they find that? It's such a cheap cigar. It should be disappearing like crazy. I don't know. I just hope that nobody end up like not. You know. Yes, I did try pipes. In fact, it's one of the thing that we have tried many times in the show. I do still try to practice how to smoke pipe. I'm bad at it. I'm very bad at it. I can't keep it lit. I can't keep it lit. Our members, Chapins and nice. Chapin and Nonary, who hasn't been on for a while, he's been trying to get everybody to smoke pipe, and he sent me a pipe, actually, the corn pipes, to smoke, but I'm just not good at it. I'm just not good at it. I do try them. In fact, I smoked pipe with my friend last Monday, and somebody sent me this little tiny pipe too. It's very cute. Also, the thing that I showed earlier is also a pipe. This is a Japanese pipe. Only get like a couple puffs per tobacco. Charles finally got him an egg roll takeout box. Maybe now he was talking about. You know, he could have just asked me. I have like boxes of those takeout boxes just sitting somewhere, and I didn't even use them. So anybody who just wanted the box, you know, pay shipping. I'll send it over to you. I don't know. I have no use for those boxes. So, well, anyways, 11:03 cigar. We reviewed it. We talked about quite a bit of things. So I hope everybody enjoyed the chat tonight. We'll have another chat Wednesday, of course. And welcome to the new members. You know, finally, there are a lot of people that ask me how to join Shadow Smoke Legion on Instagram, but I tell everybody the same thing: come join the live the live chat, and then ask somebody will get invited. But probably 1 out of 10 every time try that. You know, if you can't even pay the effort to be in Shadow Smoke Legion, you shouldn't be there, right? Shadow Smoke Legion is one of those things that the more you put in, the more you gotta get. So that's usually the case. But yeah, welcome to the new members. I hope your phone is not dead by now. Okay, have a good night, everybody. I will see you guys after. And if Martina might want to do the after show on Facebook. Okay, see you guys later.